Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. The Christmas decks are up, the house has been fully rewired, Mrs. IMO has just had her birthday, and I've got my studio back. Pretty good. Pretty good. Made a few adjustments in the meantime as well. And the movie we're discussing today is Wicked. As many of you already know, musicals really are not my bag, baby. And many of you have also called me out as a hypocrite because there are actually a few musicals I like. I do like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I do like The Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, Wizard of Oz. But let's not forget, I am also the guy that gave In the Heights a 4 out of 10 and didn't even bother to watch the recent remake of West Side Story, but you can blame my music teacher for that because my god, he made us study that film till the cows came home. I want to be in America. Know it like the back of my hand. I don't need to see a remake. But how did the grumpy old man get on with Wicked? A movie I really didn't want to see, but knew I'd have to because, let's be honest, it's probably going to be one of the biggest films of the year. And you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear, I actually rather enjoyed it. I know, I am as shocked as you, and no, you don't need to call the doctor. I am okay, I've not fallen over and bumped my head. I genuinely waited for this movie to be bad and insufferable and for the misery to just commence, and it never did, because it's really good. I have so many positives, I'm not even sure where to begin. The colour scheme is vibrant and bursting off the screen. They utilise wide shots fantastically to fit all of this crazy choreography in. It really is a splendour to behold. The practical sets, the costumes, it all looks so great and imaginative. It's all done with such energy and vibrancy that you just can't help but be swept up in it and enjoy it. I thought the cast were great all round. I've forgotten the name of the actress who is playing Elphaba, but I thought she was fantastic. Initially I was struggling to see how this character grows into the Wicked Witch of the West that we know from The Wizard of Oz, but having spoken to Mrs. IMO, who has seen the stage show, apparently this is a pretty accurate portrayal of Elphaba in the stage show. She is very self-conscious and reserved, so I'll allow it. In that sense, I thought she crushed it in the role. And Ariana Grande was fantastic too. I was pleasantly surprised by her comedic timing. I can't lie, there's a few moments where she managed to get a chuckle out of me. It was refreshing to see a character who has such a healthy and positive attitude towards themselves without it becoming unbearable. She was great, and of course they both crushed it in the musical parts as well. And on that note, I really like the music too. Not every song has worked its way into my ear, but the two that really have stayed with me are Popular and, of course, Defying Gravity. In fact, Defying Gravity has been stuck in this old noggin of mine for so long that it's now starting to get annoying. Defying Gravity is so damn catchy that Chlamydia is starting to get jealous. It rocks, and they give it justice in the film too. But I can't deny, I do have one or two issues with the film. A big one being the runtime. I googled it and it turns out that the stage show is roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes long. And Wicked Part 1, the movie, is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. And I'm guessing Part 2 is probably going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes long as well. I'm all for allowing an adaptation to be flexible and add more where they feel like they need to, or change things where they feel like they need to. But does this really need to be that long when the stage show manages to do it all in one fell swoop? Could we not have done that here and just had a 3.5 hour long, big, majestic, boom, Wicked the musical movie? I don't know. It feels like you're doing a Hobbit, and for those of you who don't know what I mean with that, the Hobbit book is yay big. How they managed to make that 9 hours worth of movies, I'm still perplexed by. I mean, I know exactly why they did it.
We've got to have money.
But how they managed to fill it with such bullshit, that's where I'm perplexed. And I am a little bit worried they might be doing the same thing here with Wicked. You've got something really good here, don't pad it for the sake of making more money and more films. And my other big issue with the movie is there are just far too many scenes where they seem to exist simply to explain how a character came into possession of this known item. We learn how Elphaba got her hat and her broom, and how the monkeys got wings, and I've got to be honest with you, I like The Wizard of Oz, but these are not really questions that ever sprung to mind. I just took it for a crazy magical place where things work differently to the world that I know, so, you know, just go with it. Sometimes things are best left unsaid. I could have lived with it once or twice, but they did it like 5 or 6 times. But I've got to be honest with you, at the end of the day, Mr. I don't like musicals walked out of that cinema thinking, do you know what? that weren't damn bad. I had a smile on my face and a tune in my head, and I'm going to give Wicked an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen Wicked? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this crazy ginger, we can always click on these suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.